In Genesis 6:4, after the flood, where did the giants come from? That's a good one. Very good. That's a sensible question. Where did these giants come from? Adam wasn't a giant as far as we know, because would the Bible have said so? He was just an ordinary man. Where did they come from? Now this is a great dispute. And this was just handed to me. It's on a big dark paper, and it's or big dark letters on a white piece of paper. Now, these giants, I believe it was somebody here not long. It might have been Josephus. I'm not saying that now, minister brothers, that it was Josephus, but it seems to me like that it might have been him or Dr. Schofield or some of them that said that these giants that was in the land were actually fallen spirits of God that listened to Satan's tale, and he told in the around in heaven, and it was Michael trying to raise a war with Michael, and heaven was kicked out, that these sons of God saw the daughters of man, and that these giants was in the land at that time, that they pressed themselves into human flesh. If you do that, you make Satan a creator. You can't do it. No more than Dr. Smith on the Seventh-day Adventist on the sacrifice goat. He said one goat that was killed 2 goats at the day of the sacrifice, the Day of Atonement, and one goat was killed and the other turned loose. And then he said the goat that was killed represented Jesus, our sin barrier that died. But the goat that was turned loose represented the devil that bears our sins and goes away into eternity with it. Now, you see, to my opinion, if this ever gets back to an Adventist brother, I'm not saying nothing about that great man, Dr. Smith. Oh, he was a smart, intelligent, fine, cultured Christian, a believer. But to me, you see, it doesn't make sense. When you do that, you're sacrificing to the devil then. They both represented Christ's death, burial, and resurrection. He also died for our sins and carried our sins far away. Both of them was Christ. So the giants never come from pressing themselves in. These giants were the sons of Cain, whose father was the serpent, who looked in every respect exactly like a man, but was a great, huge fellow, bigger than a man. And that's where those sons came from, because they were the sons of Cain, because they were Canaanites in the land of Canaan, where they come from, and that's where Cain went to. And that also proves the serpent's seed. It was a different race of people altogether. That was serpent seeds. See? Now that serpent seed question's in here. So we're going to get to it. Now I want you to bear this in mind, see? Now just to give this background, see, they were Canaanites, these giants, and they were the sons of Cain, which was the son of the serpent. And the serpent was a giant man, great monster sort of a fellow, not a reptile at all, beautiful. He is the most subtle of all the beasts of the field. And he was the only, see, the genes from an animal into a woman will not breed at all. They've tried it over and over. It's unfertile to the woman's sperm. And now they can't find, they take a chimpanzee, it's the closest thing they can find to the man, or the gorilla, or some of those close up to the man. As God in his great evolution began to make fish, and then he made birds, and then he made other things, animals, and they kept coming on up to one, come out to a chimpanzee, into a monkey, and on down to a gorilla, and then into the form of the serpent, and then from the serpent to a man. And mankind has tried to search, science, trying to find bones, what this animal was that was next to the human, and human is an animal. The man, the flesh part, is animal flesh. We know that. We are a mammal, which is a warm-blooded animal. We know that. But what makes the difference? The animal does not have that inward soul. But the human does. He don't know right from wrong. Little female dog don't know she has to wear a dress, and I don't believe she should wear shorts if she's understood. Neither would a sow. But it's the fallen human race. See? there's where it comes from. That's where these giants came from. They were sons of the serpent. And see, when he saw Eve in this condition, Satan got into him and caused him to see Adam had never discovered yet. I don't know how to use these words. It'd be all right here with you all. But somebody so criticizes it, they're always trying to pick something. But see, Adam had never knew Eve, his wife. He had never come to that place, and Satan beat him there. See? And then when she became pregnant, then he knew her. We'll get to that on this next question, or one of these questions. I don't know where it's at. I just see it in here. Now, but there's where the giants came from.